go. All right, we finally got a win. We finally got a win. Only took 500 years. Trevor Lawrence finally, for the first time since week 12 of last season, on his 25th birthday, gets the dub. Jaguars win. A thriller. 37-34. I don't even know where to begin with this game, because this was one of those happy we won, furious how we did it kind of games. If you watch the game, you know exactly what I mean. Start with the good. We're going to start with the good. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence. I said last week he was the reason the team lost on the field. He played lights out today. Had that missed throw to Gabe Davis. He had the interception, which was not a good throw, taking the deep shot. But other than that, phenomenal. We didn't need to be clutch. He was clutch, perfect on that final drive. We didn't need to make plays. He made plays. The second to last drive, I mean, that wasn't his fault. All the throws were on target. No sacks, great pocket presence. I saw one time he did the spin move, but basically not at all compared to what happened in the Houston game, where every other play was doing that spin move. He was accurate. He took deep shots. They were good. He targeted Brian Thomas a lot. We're going to get to him in a little bit. I told you, just let Trevor be Trevor. Let Trevor be Trevor. He's accurate. He's extremely accurate. He does well against the Colts. He does well against Gus Bradley's defense. And he looked very sharp today. Today was one of those performances we need to see more of from Trevor. Definitely need to see more from Trevor. But if you play like that, you can justify that contract. That huge contract, you can justify that. You play like that. Also on the offense, the offensive line. Offensive line, great at run blocking. I mean, Ezra Cleveland, incredible. Incredible stuff on that Tank Bigsby run. Pass protection, there was no pressure. I don't think Trevor Lawrence went down. I don't think Trevor Lawrence got any dirt on his jersey today. The offensive line did their job. And it's been a rough season for the O-line. Rough season for the O-line in many ways, but they did their job in many facets. Trayvon Walker, incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Him with Hines Allen. I didn't want to play Flacco. I want to play Richardson because he makes more mistakes. But the one thing with Flacco, he is not mobile. He is not mobile at all. He can't escape pressure. And we did have that 21-yard run somehow, but usually he's pretty much confined to the pocket. Keep him there, collapse the pocket, you're good. You saw that today with Walker and Hines out. We need a good outing out of those two. Backup offensive line for the Colts who were kind of banged up. And that was performance I want to see from Trayvon. 3 sacks, and he did a lot of other stuff as well. It was a big reason why that fumble was forced. Finally got a turnover. First turnover of the season, not counting the muff punt. First turnover of the season we actually did something on. Hines Allen played well as well. Ventrell Miller, another great game going side to side at linebacker. He is great in coverage. He is great tackling. He's a surefire tackler. He gets to the ball. He is the best linebacker I've seen in Jacksonville since the Saxonville days. He really is. Forey's good. Lloyd's iffy. Muma's iffy, I guess. I mean, that's being generous to the word iffy. But we haven't had a lot of good linebackers lately. Miles Jack, Ventrell Miller looks great. Ventrell Miller looks phenomenal. And speaking of the guys that Bulky drafted in 2023, yeah, Brandon Strange looked good. And how about Tank Bigsby? How about Tank freaking Bigsby? Holy cow. I think we got to go running back rotation. We got to go. No Dearest Johnson. Dearest Johnson cannot be in there. Dearest Johnson cannot be in there. He was useless as a runner. Useless in just about everything besides special teams. But Tank Bigsby. How about Tank? 2 touchdown runs. Angry runs, I should say, as well. 18-yard run where just bowled over everyone. And then a stiff arm on a pitch play, which I did not think was the right call in 2nd and 5. I'm never crazy about that call. If it was ETN, he slips and loses 3 yards. I like ETN, but there are certain things he's better at than Tank. There are certain things that Tank's better at than ETN. And I think if we go rotation like we did, or like the Lions do with Montgomery and Gibbs, it can absolutely work. It's a good 1-2 combo. It's a good 2-headed monster. I like Bigsby a lot. I really like Bigsby a lot. I did say he was going to make a giant leap this year. I said last year he was crap. We all know it. Preseason didn't look good. I was like, this guy's going to make a leap. We haven't seen a leap like that since Cecil Shorts. And Bigsby looks really, really good. I'm happy for him. He looked really, really sharp today. And then Cam Little. Clutch. That's all I can really say. Right down the middle to win the game. Never a doubt. First big kick for the rookie. Makes it. He's been great this year. Now, Little's been great this year. I was skeptical about drafting a rookie kicker with all the talent in the UFL. But Little has been really, really good. He's got that signature kick against the Colts. I feel like every kicker that we've had that's been good has a signature kick against the Colts. And there's Cam Little's for you. There's Cam Little's kick for you. But Brian Thomas. Oh, God, Brian Thomas. I really believe it. I really believe it. BTJ will be, excluding Jimmy Smith, the best receiver in Jaguars history. It's not saying a lot. We've had a lot of great receivers. We have some good ones, obviously, Allen Robinson, Keenan McCardle. But I really believe BTJ. Bulky has not hit on first-round receivers. He's not hit on receivers, period. Who's the best guy he drafted at wide receiver in San Fran? I mean, he has not drafted anyone good in San Fran at wide receiver. He had plenty of chances. It was terrible. He hit on BTJ. Letting Ridley walk to then get BTJ's number one receiver, I was wrong. It worked out. Had a huge 85-yard grab today. Longest reception for the Jaguars since 2015 against the Saints. Bortles to Robinson. He gets open. The kid gets open. He's got good hands. He gets open. He's a trustworthy target. He's a very trustworthy target. And it's a good combo with Kirk. Davis is a bit inconsistent, but I'm not surprised with that. That was Buffalo. He was very consistent in Buffalo, so no surprises there. But Thomas looks good. I saw an article that said he's wide receiver 2 right now in Jacksonville. He's not. No, he's wide receiver 1. He is wide receiver 1. It's been a great class for rookie wideouts, Neighbors, Harrison, and Thomas. And, man, Thomas looks legit, man. Thomas looks freaking legit. So really happy about that performance. And some of the individual performances, really happy with. Really happy with. I would have felt a lot happier, if it was 34-20 and we won the game like that. Because this team cannot finish games. This team is still complete crap. And it's not a talent issue. It's a coaching issue. It's a massive, massive coaching issue. And this game doesn't change the fact. The uniforms, the prior to the Jaguars induction, the look at the field, which is all phenomenal, the ceremonious occasion and the win doesn't change the fact this coaching staff sucks. And they need to go. This coaching staff is really, really bad. I mean, 34-20. 5 minutes left in the game. It's won by that point. It's won. It's literally won by that point. All you have to do is play zone defense. I'm not saying play prevent, but just play zone defense. Don't allow anything behind you. And you allow them to dig it down the field for 6-7 yards at a time. They take 3 minutes off the clock. And if they score a touchdown, they get 34-27. There's going to be about 2 minutes left when they do it. They take a timeout, so the first down ends it. And even if it doesn't, they don't have a lot of time to run the field themselves. So why are you playing this press coverage crap? They get down the field in a minute. They get behind them. Cisco's had a crap season. But they get behind the safeties and the corners. They get behind everyone. They scored in 3 plays. They went to Alex Pierce. They scored in 3 or 4 plays. And they did again. And the drive in between at 34-27, we got the ball. All right. You know who's on the field? Travis Etienne. You know who's on the field? Tank Bigsby. You know who's touching the ball? Darius Johnson. Darius Johnson, our third-string running back, is getting touches in a situation where we need to run the clock to ice the game. And that drive that we had took a minute off the clock. Same thing as the Houston game last week. We're up, 4-minute drill, kill some clock, but no. Let's play Darius Johnson. Let's throw some passes. They'll fall complete. And we give the ball back, even no time off the clock. It's crazy. This team can't finish games. And how many times have we seen that? We saw the Miami game. Tie game. 4-minute drill. Nope. 3 and out. Houston game. Tie game. Or up by 7. Need to get a first down to run some clock. Maybe ice it. Nope. 3 and out. Indy game. 3 and out. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy in my mind. It's baffling. This team can't finish. This team can finish. Thank God that Trevor was accurate on the final drive. Because that was a game we were going to lose. That was a game 100% we were going to lose. With the defense, that was a game we were going to lose. And then again, the defense at the end, just let everything get behind you. Look, Ryan Nielsen, there's a time to be aggressive and a time to play your man-to-man coverage. That's not the time. I know you like playing press. I like playing man-to-man. I know that. And for the first 55 minutes of the game, when it's not, they're throwing on every play because they're down 14. They're going to try and go deep and get big chunks. That's fine. They got to know the situation. This team is bad at situational football. They just are. I mean, you saw on 3rd down earlier in this game, the Tank Bigsby play with the fullback. Run Tank Bigsby with fullback, no head of steam. We tried against Miami. It didn't work. Tank Bigsy's best when he has a running start. Let's not give him a running start. Have him start a standstill. Of course it gets blown up. I mean, it's so obvious we're going to call that play too. And then a decision in the first quarter. 4th and 3, basically. It was 4th and a long 2. You're in field goal range. Take the points. Take the points. What's the problem with taking the points? What is the problem with taking the points? It doesn't make sense. Go for on 4th down. You know we're going to get it because we didn't get it last week against Houston. It's like this team doesn't learn from their mistakes. This coaching staff does not learn from their mistakes. I shouldn't say the team. I should say the coaching staff. But then again, we did see down to the goal line on the first drive. The Colts play action the flat. Same exact play the Texans ran. Same exact result. Got a touchdown out of it. Got a touchdown. Just, like, I should feel happy about this win. Now I am. We finally got a win. Finally got one. We kept the streak alive. It's been a decade now. We finally kept the streak alive. And the throwback units look great. And it took me back and it was incredible. But the situational awareness. Any good coaching staff finishes that game out. They don't play their third string running back in to close the game. They don't play press coverage or let you get behind. I mean, you allow a 49-yard pass, a 20-yard pass, a 25-yard pass to the sideline, and you allowed a 70-yard pass in the final 5 minutes of regulation, up by 14 and up by 7. Like, what team does that? What team does that? You know what's crazy? Different defensive cornerback there with Mike Caldwell, but we saw that against Buffalo last year in the London game. Remember that one? We're up by 2 scores in London against the Bills. You think, okay, this one's in the bag. There's 3 minutes left. What can Buffalo possibly do? And they score before the 2-minute warning because they go deep and they get it. It's like Doug Pearson doesn't know. He can't close out games. There's no situational awareness. This coaching staff almost cost this team the game today. This coaching staff almost cost this team the game with one of the biggest chokes ever. Thank God for Trevor Ackworth. Thank God for Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas stepping up when it mattered most. Thank God for Tank Bigsby. Thank God for Cam Little. Thank God for Trayvon Walker. But, man, this team just can't finish games. That's all it comes down to. And I don't know if anything's changing with the coaches. If we got the win, we're going to be able to bang the Colts team with half their guys hurt. We have the streak magic on our side. Yeah, Chicago next got New England. I don't know about Chicago. New England's winnable. New England's definitely winnable. With that offensive line, Walker and Allen Berry feasted for like 5 sacks in that game. That's winnable. Chicago, I have no clue. I have no clue about Chicago. You go 3-4. I mean, I would have taken them at the start of the season. Honestly, I would have taken 3-4 at the start of the year. You told me 3-4, I would have been like fine. With how tough our schedule is at the start, I'll take it. I'll take it. Do I think we get to 3-4 with the coaching staff? No, but it's a start. Gotta start somewhere. One win at a time. One win at a time. And the AFC's not that good this year in terms of the depth. So, do we win the division? Probably not, but there is hope in the wild card in the sense that it's a logjam. I don't see a whole lot of separation right now in the AFC. Now, just don't. Now, having said that, I want to talk about the officiating for a second because the officiating, I thought, was pretty solid today. Let him play, pretty solid. Were some things I didn't agree with. First off, there should have been hands to the face called against Trayvon Walker at one point when they were down by, I want to say, the 20-yard line. I think it was the end of the third quarter. Maybe the final play of the third quarter. They should have called hands to the face on that one. I think it was 1st and 10. It was 1st and 10. Should have been hands to the face. Walker got mauled on that one. No call. It was also a pretty ticky-tack play, illegal contact. Didn't end up mattering. They got the first down after the 5-yard penalty, but they went 3 and out after that. And then the other thing, Josh Downs with the first down celebration. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? 2 hands. That's a gun signal, and that's a 15-yard penalty. Come on. If the signal for first down is the same as shooting a gun, like, come on. That is insane. That's just insane. They need to change the rule. Change the rule. There's no malicious intent with it whatsoever. Just, if they're pointing for the first time, they're not at anyone. It's not taunting. It should not be taunting. It should be unsportsmanlike conduct for making an unruly gesture or whatnot. It did not matter anything because the Colts scored a touchdown on that drive, but still. We saw Brian Thomas last week, so with Downs this week. We saw it in a few games. It's getting absurd. It's getting absurd. Of all the things for the NFL to police, that's not the one to do. But next week we play in London. Last week we went 2-0 in the London games. We're usually pretty decent in London. As of late, we've been pretty decent. After every last 4, we're usually not halfway bad in London. If it's like the last stretch, I'm okay with it. Like the last stretch, we're 2-0. I'll take it. Not looking forward to the game, having Rich Eisen on the call. Not looking forward to playing Chicago after Caleb Williams looks good now, but take the win. I'll take the win. We got our first, hopefully first of many. It was a lot closer than it should have been. A heck of a lot closer. They all count the same, but man, that was the coaching staff. That was why I don't like this coaching staff. That game was exactly why I don't like this coaching staff. The inability to finish, the boneheaded decisions, the boneheaded personnel decisions. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But we got the win. It's all that matters. We go to London, hoping to make it too.